Have you ever noticed that a bunch of the sci-fi stars from the last like 10, 15 years or so all seem to know each other on Twitter? Like I'll see like Nathan Fillion tweeting with some of the Stargate people and I'm like, "What the hell is this? How do they know each other?" And I mean, I guess it's just cuz they're all sci-fi people and presumably it's a bit of a smaller thing. And plus Nathan Fillion knows Jewel Staite who was on Stargate, But like seriously, they all seem to know each other on Twitter, and it's awesome. And I wish they would all get together and actually do more sci-fi instead of just all the fantasy. Not that I dislike the fantasy, just give me a starship. Give me a starship. Come on.
Where the sexy robot party, everybody's disco dancing. Where the sexy robot party, everybody's disco dancing.
So today's topic, which I'm slightly late in doing, but hopefully we'll get it uploaded before midnight EST because that's what counts, is your superhero persona. What you would be as a superhero. Now, this isn't just, or at least for me, this isn't really just what powers would you want to have. I mean, probably Superman's would be pretty standard, I'd think. I mean, come on. You have super speed, invulnerability, a weakness to a minor. Oh, I'm getting a text. A weakness to a minor. I'm gonna be quick. Weakness to a minor, weird radiation, and that's it. So I think Superman would be pretty cool. But if I were to be a superhero myself, I think what I'd want to be is not so much like any one thing, but the idea that's always fascinated me is these kind of like outsider stories or kind of outlier stories you hear of a mother's baby is in danger and she lifts a car, to save it. Like just these insane stories of just strength. And it really made me think about the idea of like, what can you do if you really push the human body? What could you do if you could trigger that response like without needing that sort of thing? So I've always had the idea of a superhero who kind of does what's necessary. Though it's hard to do that and have it not be just like a Deus Ex Machina, like just solving all the things all the time. Like, oh, whenever he needs to kind of save something, something kicks in. I mean, there'd have to be kind of limits on it, but the idea of someone who just kind of pushes themselves and kind of the weirdest thing is whenever I've kind of like because I've kind of visualized this story before, it starts out with the person not needing to sleep as much. Because if you think about it, if you only needed like an hour of sleep a night or like 2 hours of sleep a night, how much more stuff could you get done? Now, would you? I mean, that's the other question. Obviously, would you actually do stuff, or would you just kind of play WoW for 6 extra hours? That might be what I'd end up doing. But like, imagine like that for me was always how it started. And then he's like, oh well, I'm gonna study my homework and I'm gonna work out more. And then he gets stronger, and then he kind of starts running around, and then he starts just walking around in the night and sees evil people and beats them up and stops worldwide conspiracies and so forth. I have my own little mythology for this that no one will ever see, and part of me is like, should have just said that because it's a bit of a Mary Sue. But anyway, I'm rambling like mad here, so I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. And I have a text waiting for me too. Sorry, dear. So, I love all your faces. I'll see you guys soon, and as always, see ya.